Alright, take 3. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we're up on the other side of the Blue Mountains this time in a place called Breenhold Gardens. And you know, for any photographer, the chasing the colour and the light's what it's all about. But so obviously autumn's a big favourite of the season. Though look, we're a little bit early, but we are in Australia. It's an evergreen country, so the few little places that we do have are usually street shots or in private gardens, and that's where we are today, up in Breenhold Gardens in Mount Wilson, which is a private garden. So anyway, you've got to pay an entry fee to be up here. We're gonna keep our eyes open for any mushrooms on the ground while we're up here and see what's going on with the colour, and if I can find something I'll size it up, come back with you, and we'll shoot that. Anyway, we're going to move around the gardens, have a look around, and there is a little bit of light there this afternoon. There's a bit of cloud. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but it's behind us now. It'll get softer and softer and more golden as it goes down. So here's to hoping for the best. Alright guys, I haven't found a mushroom and there's not a lot of colour in here, but I just found this grouping of trees here and it's got some nice soft light touching on the side of it. So I found a bit of separation in each of the trees, and I've just pointed my camera in that direction, and I'm honestly hoping for the best. No, I'm just kidding. It should be good. There's not a lot of depth in it, so I'm on f11. I'm zoomed in, I'm shooting with the 24-105, but yeah, I'll shoot this shot. We'll see what it comes up like. It does have some nice side light on them. And just to clean the image up a little bit, I'm not shooting from the ground up. I've just picked a section up the trunks of the trees and shooting from that point. But there is one tree that's sort of in my way where I've had to hide the other tree behind it, just to keep that bit of separation between all of these trees. But I'm shooting this not just because of the soft light that is hitting the side of some of the trees, but also because I love the foliage that's wrapped around the trees too, so it gives that bit of a magical sort of vibe. Anyway, I'll shoot this shot. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright guys, so we did find a little bit of colour, and the funny thing is that I'm in here looking for mushrooms and I don't usually shoot mushrooms, but it is mushroom season. But we also come up here for the colour, and I was just walking through here and the sun's starting to set behind us, and I noticed the golden light that it was setting on the leaves in the tree behind here, and noticed that it was a single lone deciduous trees in amongst a pine forest. So it stands out. You got the light backlighting behind the bright yellow leaves in the darker pine forest. So I've been able to hide the main trunk of the deciduous tree in front of a pine tree behind it. So we still have that good separation in the forest there. This way it doesn't look as cluttered, and you can create some order out of the chaos. But because of the huge dynamic range, I have had to bracket the images, so 3 exposures, one for the highlights, one for the midtones, and one for the shadows. We'll merge them together just to make sure that we don't blow out any of our highlights, and we can still recover enough of the shadows for the image to be workable. But yeah, so there's one shot with the colour, and the shot I shot before. I'll put this shot up, let me know what you think of it, and I'm going to push on. There is a little bit more colour over the back here that I can see. And I'm going to keep my eye open to see if we can find any cool mushrooms in here. So, fingers crossed. Alright, so we've spotted this grouping of mushrooms in here in the crevice of the tree. Now most of them here have all been eaten in some way or another, even up the top's a little bit shabby, but down the bottom here they were still in pretty good condition. I haven't had to shoot with an extension tube or a macro lens here. I've been able to just get in on it and take a few different photographs to make it sharp throughout the whole image. But I'm a little bit iffy on them as we speak in the video. I'll process them and I'll put them in the video just to see what they come up like. But yeah, I'm not really seeing much of the gills or anything, just what's in the crevice of the tree. But nonetheless, it's a lovely little cluster of mushrooms, and we figured we'd photograph it. Anyway, let me know what you think below. Alright, so we just come through this little part of this pine forest here, and from memory a few years ago there is a cluster of, well, not a cluster, they sort of come up through here everywhere. Wherever they leave their spores, they'll be back. But I shot a really good, what do they call it, a fairy mushroom in here a couple of years ago. And I've just noticed this one here. So this one here's been eaten off the face of it, but I haven't shot that. I've put the macro extension on and I've shot this. And okay, a bit of a cliche, but I've grabbed the autumn leaf here and placed it down in front of the mushroom and photographed this mushroom here. So I'll put that shot up, but I won't just put that shot up. I'll put up the shot that I got here a couple of years ago as well. We had some nice light out here and everything sort of just ran in really nicely. So I'll put that shot up with this shot. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we're going to keep pushing through. We're not going to hang around in here too much longer. The colour that I came up for isn't really here, and yeah, I'll keep pushing through. I'm actually in a bit of a mushroom hunt and foraging. Debbie's a white witch, and she mixes up love potions. But no, look, all jokes aside, I wouldn't mind going into the forest and having a bit of a look through there and seeing what really small mushrooms that we can find. I might do that next weekend though, see how we go. The vehicle is in the mechanics from our 11-day road trip, and yeah, I explained that in the last video. We blew a rear main engine seal, so leaking a lot of engine oil there. And it seems to be burning off as quick as it leaks out or throwing all over the back of the car, so that's in the mechanics. Anyway, we'll push on, see what else we can find on the way out of here. Alright, so I've shot this many times before. A lot of people come up here and take this photo, but I just wanted to show, look, I'll process these images up, and I'm going to process the ones that didn't work out as well, and I'm just going to put the same processing across the board on the 3 images, but I'm going to do it just to show you the 3 different outcomes on your different perspectives on zooming in and out of the scene. And how important it is just to take a minute to have a little bit of a look at what a different composition looks like. So I was just showing Debbie through here the 3 different shots that we could have taken, and I've actually taken them. So I'm going to show you these guys, but the last one we like better. Another thing I'll say too is that I was just saying, like, I did a shot up here a few years ago, probably one of the best shots I've ever seen out of the area, and for as good as that shot is, I've never been able to replicate it. Now, okay, I don't want to replicate the same images, or I'm not growing, and I'm also not pulling off anything different from an area or the same area. But at the same time, it's just funny because, you know, depending on what the light's doing and what the environment's doing, what everything else is doing, it's just funny that you can't come up to the same place year in, year out and replicate that same photo. So, but anyway, I'll put these 3 photos up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks again for coming along for another ride. I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Let us know which photo you liked most out of all of the images I've shared today. And take care. Be good or good at it.